Welcome back to Two Brothers Sports Podcast presented by RambleOnSports.com. It is Wednesday, October 2nd. We are already in October. We are at College Football Week 6, NFL Week 5. Fellas got a lot to recap. I would say overall as a group, myself definitely, I'll call myself out, but definitely due for a bounce back week after this past weekend. Pack didn't look great. We'll get into everyone's teams, games, and what we got looking forward to this week. We've got Max here in a Bears jersey here. We've got Sean here. We've got the fellows, as always, ready to do some picks. Sean, Max, how are we doing today, guys?
Good, man. Yeah, caught a win this weekend. I can't say so much for betting wise, but at least these guys still got me and ready to keep it rolling.
Yeah, Sam, I appreciate you having me on the program after my NFL picks have just been stinky, but we'll keep at it here. My teams as well over the weekend. We'll get to that, but hey, Arsenal today, nice Champions League win. We're not going to probably get to any other footy, so I'll shout them out here.
Yep.
Let's be
Yep.
honest.
And I will add to that for anyone who does want footy. And by Wednesday at 2 p.m., Villa will be kicking off with Bayern Munich. If you listen to the first 90 seconds of this podcast, I hope you at least get this over in Bayern Villa. It's going to be a shootout. No idea how it's going to go. Probably not in our favor, but that's one pick already in the first 90 seconds, guys. Let's go. Let's hope we get a little bounce back. This loses, don't even worry about listening to the rest of the pod, at least when I'm talking. But yeah, guys, overall, let's get into the college football recap. Couple 1 and 2 weekends from each of you. What is we'll start with Max. Max,
Oh,
close on yeah, Max, just give me a takeaway here. Yeah, that was a tough one. Yeah, it was a tough couple games right there for you.
yeah. Well, both of y'all were 2-1. You said we were
Oh, did
one
I?
and two.
Oh, I
I was
misread.
only one
Sorry,
and
my
two.
bad. I read the
Yeah,
colors.
I got you,
Colorblind.
Sean.
Thank you, I
uh,
appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone watched that Ole Miss game, but yeah, I think that they finally got their fraud check, and they are in fact frauds. Uh, I was pretty big on them going to the playoffs this year, and against a Kentucky team that got shithoused by the Gamecocks. I was expecting an easy 17 and a half, and just very disappointing. And I'll say Oak State. Kansas State, hand up, I guess. They had that one guy go viral for doing something with a Taco Bell burrito, and that might just be all they needed to just win out and make the playoffs. So, yeah, Oak State, come on.
Yep, and we're gonna actually play this video right now for you guys, just so everyone here. Just give us 1 second. Yeah, we're not sharing that. No, but yeah, he did reverse the curse, unlike the Florida State guy. Sean,
Yep.
with 2-1 weekend over here. JMU, Ball State, thank you for taking my Dukes. That was a good one. Care to talk about the weekend picks?
Yeah, shout out to JMU, man. That is just a walking 38 plus points. Are they playing this week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I won't
Oh,
include
no,
them.
no, no.
To kind of diversify my portfolio here. I won't go back to the well, but know that outside of just the three, I'll probably play that again. Essentially, just because I haven't even collected on my winnings yet, because I've had a whatever betted from a New York bookie there. But no, man. I mean, BYU crushed there. Not too worried about the MAC loss, but now it feels good. It's my overall record here for college. It's not as ideal, but I feel like I'm gonna, if I can just keep going 2-1 here. I like that a lot there. One thing to kind of go back, Max, because this happens a lot too. I think early in the season, where just our memory of a team is just like one game where you just whatever happened, it was on at the bar near you or whatever the case. And if we just keep thinking about Kentucky as the time South Carolina, who isn't that good this year, destroyed them. It's probably a pretty bad view because they are just giant slayers right now. I mean, they should have probably beat Georgia a couple weeks ago. They beat Ole Miss down at in the Grove there as well. So that might be something to keep an eye on when they play in Alabama or Texas this year, just to kind of take the cover if it's a lot of points. Go Cats. Cats by
Very
9.
true. No, that's very true.
Yeah. But
Yeah, Clemson team total over 38.5. Very, very end on a field goal. Lucked out on that one. Illinois with the beautiful cover on Penn State, and that
yeah,
Ohio State
so
Michigan State game.
I watched just because I knew it
frustrating.
was going on at the same time. So probably people were watching Alabama. I watched this entire Illinois Penn State game. I was with some folks who went to Penn State. That that is, you guys ever see those charts where it shows like how like maybe EPA and like how bad did you actually like beat the other team?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know a really good way of explaining this, but essentially, like Penn State did everything they could but score more points, like against like Illinois. Like they clearly were the better team. But shout out to the Illini covering, and it was never going to be closer. Even though I don't think the Illini sniffed maybe more than 75 offensive yards, through 3 quarters.
Crazy.
Ugly, 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 but had to. Yeah, and Ohio State, Michigan State 38-7, and Michigan State just could not get fucking more than 10 points. I thought they would get 14. That was kind of what I was banking on.
Yeah,
Couldn't hold up their end of the bargain, but that's
that's wild too because I would have been like you, more scared of taking the Ohio State cover than the total there, and it was the opposite. Ohio State did actually cover that line, and
yeah, I know. I've been that was the same thing with the Clemson one. I was teetering back and forth on that one. Luckily, they got the team total over. But yeah, I guess I was gonna get one and I was gonna not get the other one. Just kind of worked out that way. But overall, as a squad, everyone is above 500. I got a 1 game lead up on you guys at 9-6, but both at 8-7, and that is an easy, quick turnaround. So overall, fellas are doing well in college football. As a pick squad. Anything other takeaways? I know we had some good games over the weekend. Anything else you guys, big things from the weekend?
Fucking
the ending,
Williams.
the ending of Alabama Georgia was
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That there was so much hate on that game about not really like hate, but they're like them now having a 12-team playoff like ruins the big hype around their regular season games. And I don't give a shit, dude. They hate each other. They just don't like each other. I mean, even from the past 5 years, like this has led up to so much. And it never fails, dude. That game was so fucking good. It was insane. I mean, Bama comes out what 21-0, and then Georgia just puts their feet in the ground and fights back. Dude, that game was amazing.
Yeah.
Really so.
Max, that's well said. It's kind of like one of those, don't, let someone tell you how to live your life. Like whether people want to be mad about it or not, that was awesome college football there. We lucky cool if it gets to happen again. Like really like a game of like 3 parts there. Early just the change the channel part where it's like, all right, I mean, this is over. And then like, oh wait, Georgia's like got it back to like 2 scores. Like, all right, I'll come back to this. And then I mean the last 3 scores on like 5 or 6 plays. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like dozing off, like sleep, and then was wired like for those last like that just was like the football drug of just caffeine and excitement there. What a just that's what makes college football so fun. And shout out to the Ryan Williams. I mean that kid is like gonna be like the next Justin Jefferson.
Yeah,
He's actually in
ball pick whenever that is.
yeah. No,
Max, was it you who sent the video at someone like it was like a young spry like deer just like running around and jumping in a yard that like it wasn't supposed to be in? And it's like that is how he plays.
yeah, dude. Yeah. It's awesome, dude. He is so quick. They're like he's got Kyrie Irving handles on the football field. Like it's insane.
Yo, he like backed that one dude down. He like posted him up like it was almost like a lacrosse slash basketball move where he's like, "Oh, I got my back to you, sight." Like, no,
Yeah,
no.
just absolute, dude. He's fucking. I mean, everyone's heard it. 17, true freshman, just like unreal. Like, how much better is he gonna get?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
If he doesn't get any better, he'll still be a top 5 pick and he'll
Yeah.
probably be in the Hall of Fame in the NFL one day. Ridiculous. Hey, also got to give flowers to Mr. Milrow, who might be the high front runner now. I wanted to do a quick pulse. Brian Anderson actually texted me this, so I thought this was a good thing to bring up here. Right now, give me your top 2. If you got to go to 3, give me your top 2 to 3 Heisman guys right now. We'll start with Max.
I mean, you guys know that I was on that Cam Ward train. I have seen a little slight decline in that. I know Jackson Dart was talked about before his game against Kentucky. I don't even know what his stats were, but I don't know. I feel like wins and losses have a big deal. I'll probably, I'll say Milrow, and I still might have Cam Ward up there.
Yeah.
If they can turn it around. I mean,
Yeah, I think like I want to see Tennessee like playing another high profile event. So I'm not going to
Nico.
say Nico right now, but I think you got to go, of course. Milrow, I think absolutely you should continue to keep Cam Ward in the conversation. And I know Sam was probably waiting to bring up Ashton Genty, the guy for Boise State. He is incredible. What does he have? Like he has 13 touchdowns. He's 13 touchdowns in games. He's averaging 10.3 yards a carry.
Literally just give him the ball. They were
Insane.
not 50%. All right, stop squeaking.
I think that's fair. Yeah, I'd agree.
Do you add or take anyone away from that, Sam?
I like Milrow. I don't know, but like, how is anyone better than Travis Hunter at football right now?
Oh yeah, yes. That's
like
absolutely.
but that's like the thing is like he's in that
I watched part of that game. He's so good.
He's everywhere, dude. He's so good.
It's like he'll make like the sick like pass breakup, and then he's right back out. And you're like, oh, he just caught an 18-yard. Like, how is he not tired?
Dude, it's insane.
Yeah,
it's insane.
I feel like it's gonna. I mean, Jabril Peppers wasn't nearly as good, but I feel like I don't know. There's something with that style where it just I don't know.
I know they lost, but that wide receiver for Ole Miss is gonna be a problem in the NFL. Like Trey Harris. Just gotta remember that name.
For sure. Yeah. Okay. I like that. Okay. I'm trying to just look through games and stuff from the weekend. Utah goes down to Arizona. Michigan gets a close but solid win against Minnesota. Let's see.
Zona could be legit. They were, I think, behind. No, they were in front of West Virginia. I think it was Utah, Zona, and then like us to win the Big 12.
The Big 12 is just going to Pac-Man itself.
That's how we do it.
Because didn't Arizona then also like lose to Kansas State? And then didn't Kansas State like lose this weekend?
They beat Oklahoma State, but the week before, I think they lost to Texas Tech. Oh no, it was BYU because the guy said he would shove a burrito up his ass if they lost to BYU, and they got fucked by BYU beat the shit out of them.
Okay, so yeah, BYU's 5-0.
Yeah, BYU could be sneaky. I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
That is Big 12. That's just that conference. So yeah, you're totally right.
Yeah.
I don't know, Sam, you probably didn't, but I took the Cincinnati to cover again, and a wonderful push. These Cincinnati covering Bearcats are becoming.
Are they the Beavers after dark? Are they the new Beavers after dark?
They might be the Beaver. They might be the Bearcats after dark.
Yeah, the Bearcats after dark. I love it. I love it. Max, you didn't mention it, but USC is being a kind of steady cover machine right now. Was a little slow in the beginning and then put up 28 points in the second half to go ahead and cover, not only beat Wisconsin, but cover them right on your 16. Miller Moss looking solid. USC's quiet but steady.
You know what I thought was
And
one of the most underrated covers of last week?
yeah,
Notre Dame.
I thank you.
That was, listen, we've all seen in the past 5 years, that is a game that Notre Dame
Loses.
screws up somehow. And the fact that they didn't has to be a pretty nice feeling. I think we might be able to kind of look back and just kind of, the Northern Illinois was what it was, like an outlier, but this team is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, Riley Leonard, I mean, he
Coming around.
heard
Coming
he
around.
heard Twitter after that NIU lost, and he absolutely went off. I think the game right after, I don't think it was a great team. I forget who it was, but he had like 120 rushing yards with
It was
still
against like Purdue, right? So
yeah,
not
yeah,
children of the corn.
yep, yeah. He beat the shit out, yeah. So I think he heard the social media, and who knows? I mean, maybe shit goes crazy and one loss to NIU Notre Dame team can get in there still. Um, we'll see. I'll knock on wood because who knows what will happen. But yeah, it was a good weekend. It was a fun, just action packed weekend.
Yes. Yes. And then unless you guys have any other college football takeaways, want to recap some NFL. Not our best week on the pick side. Max and Sean got a win. Got Jordan Love back, which was good. Maybe a little too early. Get into that in a second. But yeah, overall, Max with the leader of the clubhouse in NFL, I believe. Oh, last weekend was really bad. Sorry. Oh, other than you exclude last week, Max is by far and away the leader of the clubhouse.
Last week
Yeah, last week was tough. But overall, 3-2 weekend from you. I mean, CJ Stroud blew his over by like 100. But other than that, takeaways from the weekend. What did you learn from your picks? We're gonna have to start bringing homework back.
yeah. Jets aren't who we think they are. I mean, Minnesota might be who we think they are. And yeah, I think CJ Stroud, they're bounced back. I think that they have, I forgot who they have this weekend. I literally just saw it.
Buffalo.
Yeah, +1 to Buffalo. We'll get into that potentially. But yeah, I think I think I'm still doing pretty solid. It's hard. It's hard, man. But yeah, I'm happy with the results.
Yeah, that Cincy Carolina one was like a
Yeah.
first quarter, I think it was, or like maybe halfway through the second quarter. I was just like, nah, god damn it. Like easy money. Yeah, that was cash. And
48.5. Are you fucking
also
me?
the Vikings. We'll get into that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's all I got. And hell yeah.
Nope. We'll get into your Bears here in a sec. Sean, not our best week. I am not far behind you there. You did get kind of gypped on the prop there. That the Stroud one was a little juicy, so that's the kind of risk we take on the Tuesday night pod. But Bijan not there, but Stroud was there, so we might have to arrange the juice.
Give me a half point on that one.
Yeah, we might have to.
I mean, I'm looking forward,
there.
not back right here. My gauge on the NFL is off. I gotta recalibrate here. I gotta rebalance the way I'm thinking about things.
I think
the Green Bay Minnesota under would have been just fine, but then you guys played football in the second half.
Yeah, exactly. That one, I was just gonna say that one was just tough. Like it was, but you probably would have been fine if they just rolled out Malik Willis that second half and they just were trying to save face there. I will say the one out of honestly, I think Honestly, out of all the ones our entire group missed, I thought I would have felt the most confident that Arizona would have been able to do the -3. They got waxed. Yeah, we like Jaden Daniels in Washington, but
Yeah, no, that one was over the second the game started.
yeah,
I
that one.
don't think
I mean, I was with you, man. I was on the Cardinals in that game, just personal, and like I did not think that went. That was just like that might have been the biggest surprise, honestly. I was kind of in the direction that Arizona was on the way up, and maybe Commanders would not keep going up, but start to plateau as a rookie quarterback might. But I was very wrong there.
Yeah, I might just have to get on the Rams every other week because I've taken them twice and they've lost each time. So I might just have to play them regardless blindly this week. But good job.
just don't tell anyone. Just
I'm not going to tell anyone. It's not going to be my pick here. I'm just going to. In fact, I'm just not going to tell anyone when I play the Rams.
yeah.
Hopefully
And do it literally 30 seconds before kickoff. And
Yeah.
then that way they won't be able to know that you bet. It would be too late. So then bam.
And then between Olave, Najee, and Josh Jacobs, who was the closest to a touchdown? Because I don't think any of us were within 40 fucking yards of the end zone at any.
Well, I'll tell you who wasn't. Not the guy who got 19 yards on 13 carries against the 31st worst rushing defense. I'm near done with Najee here. He was so they brought in Cordell Patterson for one drive. He goes like 55 yards on 7 carries, and then like comes out. It's like, hey guys, I showed you how you run the ball now. Oh, Najee
You're
looks slow. He looks so freaking slow, man.
Is he slowly turning into Eddie Lacy, who just got a DUI?
Oh, he's better. Eddie Lacy turned shitty like 1 year into his. He had like one good year.
Like two. He had 2 good years.
Listen, and now like Najee will definitely score a touchdown now this week, but he was a disaster this week.
Yeah, I think Olave was the closest one. I think he had like a screen or something that was like to like down to like the 20, and then I think they were like, "Hey, Chris, you can just sit on the bench. We're just gonna like run the ball in or something." And I know damn well that Josh Jacobs wasn't getting close because that man wasn't close. And then they went down by 100 points, and I don't even know if he fucking carried the ball in the third or fourth quarter. So yeah, I might have been the furthest away from the end zone at any point. So
Yeah.
yeah. And then honestly, the Titans bailed me out of another 1-4 weekend. I did not expect that. I even had the Titans at +1. It got to +3 by kickoff. Between that and CD Lamb, I basically bookended the weekend, right? Started with Thursday CD Lamb and then ended with Titans +1. In between that, I don't even want to talk about it because Baltimore Buffalo, I think, ended at 45, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 35-10.
Yeah.
And then Pitt Indianapolis, which y'all fuck that game. You guys wanted to score like 21 points in the fourth quarter or whatever it was. It was just it didn't have business for most of the game going over, and then Pittsburgh started coming back, which was good for my Justin Fields fantasy, but that's beside the point. And at that point, I had the Steelers in like 2 parlays, so I was like, well, if we're gonna fuck my over, might as well win. Didn't even win, so fuck you guys. But and then
Hey,
bring
you
back.
get your own household in order before you
Thank
take
you.
shots at mine.
Thank you.
I'll yell at them. I'll make them run laps in practice, or just the defense didn't show up at all for 3 quarters, and we finally abandoned running the ball on first down in the second half, and we scored a whole bunch of points. Look at that, but
Yeah, well, we both did. We just
it was a National Football League.
scored a bunch of points.
We were all
Need to.
you're never as good as you think you are. You're never as bad as you think you are.
So I'll try and keep my Packers stuff short and sweet this week. I think overall, Jordan Love may have gotten rushed back one game in, but second half he started coming along. So I'm not super mad about it. didn't really expect to win the game, but I had to throw the nuts on the table for the sake of the pick. I wasn't going to be disrespected by a Bears fan and let alone the pick of the Minnesota Vikings. So I wasn't going to have that shit on this podcast. I tried to stand up for myself, and I might as well have done the GOAT where I tuck my balls and my penis under my legs, and I let you guys look from the other side because I look like a sad puppy right now. Yeah, so Green Bay not looking good. Um, I think they'll be fine. Defense needs to work their shit together. Minnesota's a very good football team. But I didn't realize until two drives in that we didn't have Jair Alexander. I would say if you're guarding the best wide receiver in football right now, probably important to have. We were missing another corner. I want to say it was Ballantyne, but I don't want to speak out of turn. So that's a bummer. And then also love getting back. So yeah, no, we shouldn't have let up as many points as we did, but we did. And second half, I mean, Minnesota kind of fucked around. It was kind of like the Georgia Bama game to a certain extent, where like Bama
A
was
little bit.
just so much where they're like, well, let's just like run the ball out because we're up by 4 touchdowns. And then it's like, oh shit, they're kind of close. It's more or less any college football or Madden game we have all played where you're up by 4 touchdowns at half and you want to simulate the end of the game, but you don't want to be a bitch and you want your development points. So you got to play the game through. You kind of throw some dumb picks, make it closer than it needs to be. So I'm not even gonna say yeah, we made it close. Vikings kicked our ass. Overall, I feel pretty positive going forward. 2-2, and we have Jordan Love back and starting. I think if you guys talked to me week one or after week one, I would have been a lot more sad. And if you would have said, "Hey Sam, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna get through 2-2 through the first 4 weeks, and then you're gonna have Jordan Love back with uh, basically a full game under his belt, and he's back," I'd be like, "Holy shit, we might have a chance." So, not saying we have a chance at the division. I think Lions and Vikings look really fucking good. So maybe we can sneak in that last wild card like we did last year. So, um, still a couple minutes longer than I needed to be, but I feel like shorter than last week.
That was a nice homage of Jordan Love to Brett Favre by filling up the box score stats.
Yes, yes. I mean, it couldn't have been more Brett Favre. I mean, if you cover the names up, uh, it's basically the same thing. I will. I I feel like I have to say this as a podcast, just so I love the homage from Brett to Jordan Love. Brett Favre on the football field has given me more memories than most athletes or just people in my lifetime. However, we don't condone his actions off the football field. Whatever is
Are you
being
we're
dealt
talking
with.
down to someone who just told the world he's Parkinson's?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We're putting Sam in a blender right now.
Okay,
He doesn't
okay,
know how to approach this.
okay. Well, there's one very
Brett Favre, better football player than human being.
thank you. That's what I was trying to get at. And yeah, I mean, we got, if P. Diddy came out and said he has Parkinson's, are we still film?
Not even close.
Not even close. Okay,
Yeah,
so
let's go ahead and exit right there.
good. I don't want to talk about the Packers anymore, anyways. All right, Max, Bears, go.
Um, Offense is still dog shit. Uh, we just can't. It's so hard to watch the offense. Like honestly, it's very hard. Caleb got 360 yards the week prior, but he only got 150 this week. And I don't know what to do with this offense. Shane Waldron. I mean, we saw Jackson that resurfaced. Jackson Smith and Jigba's video. I think it was like draft day or something. Well, he was already got drafted, but they were some like media day.
I think it
or
was
something.
like interviews during Super Bowl week where like just guys will be at radio.
Oh, yeah, that's what. Yeah, and they're just like, Bears get Shane Waldron. Like, what did they get out of him? And he literally didn't say anything for 30 seconds. It was just like, I like him. And it's just like, oh my God. We're like, we're fucked. But hopefully they get their shit together. Defense is saving our fucking ass right now. Like, I mean, I don't know what else to say other than that. Defense looks absolutely fantastic. Jaquan Brisker showing out, having his first big game of the year.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I fucking love that man. So yeah, we keep it rolling. Defense just put the team on our back like we did back in 06, and maybe once Caleb gets to the Super Bowl, he'll show a little flair.
well,
Okay.
you gotta talk about Max. You can't wear a DJ Moore jersey and not talk about Pouty
Oh
Pants.
yeah, I wore it. I wore it because he got his first tutty of the year.
Is he
Oh,
not pouting anymore?
yeah. Old Pouty Pants got his fucking binky.
Oh, come on, dude. That all you're only referencing that one pass that was a dog shit pass, and then he just laid on the ground with his hands up. Oh no. Those are things you're telling me you don't think he did that for Justin Fields. We've seen some Fields balls.
Hey,
Uh
Whoa,
Max.
speak for yourself, dude.
Max. All I know is that you and the Packers are the same record. Might as well be the same football team.
no, that's exactly what
Yeah.
I was gonna. We are right now. We are, and your quarterback just might slightly be a little better right now. More experience, more experience. Um, yeah. So I'm not pissed. I'm not happy. I'm just here. And two
Nice.
and two. Hey, hey, if we never lose at home, will still have a pretty damn good record. So I'll take it.
I don't know,
Not
man. You guys are two and
love
two.
it.
I would be. I mean, dude, I feel like you guys are in an even better
Yeah,
spot
but
than.
my 2 and 2 is way better than your 2 and 2. You're pissed off. I'm like, I'm chilling.
Well, yeah, you got a rookie quarterback. You got a rookie quarterback and a
Yeah,
shit
but you've had
offensive line.
injuries. All right,
Oh
whatever.
yeah, we're missing defense.
Yeah. I'm ecstatic with our defense. We are so
Yeah.
fucking um
Yeah, y'all's defense is
which
good.
is what I mean, if our defense sucked dick, it wouldn't be Bears football. So offense sucks, defense carries.
Man,
Caleb will get his groove. We'll Shane will get fired. Maybe we'll bring in Lincoln Riley, and then it's okay.
some things will
All
always be
Caleb
the
needs
same.
is Lincoln Riley, and life will be okay.
The Bears will always have a good defense. The Packers will always have a quarterback that will only get them one Super Bowl. Yes, that's better than no Super Bowls, but holy shit, how many times are they going to get close to the Super Bowl without getting the Super Bowl? So
Yep.
here we are. Here we are on Two Brothers Podcast. 20 years from now, we're going to say the same fucking things. And you know what we're going to say about the Pittsburgh Steelers? Steel fucking curtain, man. Defense, defense, defense. But maybe not this week, this
No.
past week. Sean, how are you feeling?
That was I don't want to spend kind of too much time on here, but that was a disgusting show of an absolutely embarrassing show of football for about 2.5 quarters there. Finally kind of got it together there at the end, but too little, too late. Too many just I'm going to come away here with much more positives. I'm not going to be negative Nancy. I mean, we had everything that you could do wrong with penalties and turnovers. I mean, George Pickens like about to score and then just holding the ball out, fumble.
Yeah, that was
Like,
bad.
I mean, and we still almost won the game. Like, and I honestly think we would have just botched the snap at the end that with the momentum and kind of how the offense was cooking, we would have went down and won the game there. So it is what it is. We're on to next week there. It is kind of another one of those things where, listen, it's awesome. We give Mike Tomlin his flowers and everyone, talks him up, rightfully so. I mean, he's a fantastic head coach, but he also loses a ton of games just like this, where he's the favorite. He can't kind of do the rah-rah thing the week of practice there. It just was a classic kind of Steelers loss under Tomlin. I don't think it means anything in the long run here. And, I think the defense will, bounce back and play better there. We don't do up against Joe Flacco anymore, which I'm excited about. And I do feel like the offense kind of has an identity with Fields being able to push the ball down the field, escape the pocket. They, hit on 2 different RPOs for a touchdown there. And we get the Cowboy, we get a Micah Parsons less Cowboys this week. So hope we get back on the right track of things.
Yeah.
Potentially DeMarcus Lawrence.
Oh, he's
also
yeah.
out.
Well, Parsons, they ruled him already out for this game. I think Lawrence is out for like a month.
Okay, you better. Well, we don't root for injuries, but yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
We're not rooting for
Um,
Brett Favre's medical diagnosis.
I mean, shit, karma's gonna bite me in the dick anyway, so we'll be all right. We'll deal with that when that gets there. But I'm trying to look at some of the other takeaways from the weekend. We talked about the commies already. Niners kind of took care of business. If we're talking big dogs and big ones, Max, you kind of touched on the Jets, Broncos. But I do want to just quickly go back to that on a deeper conversation. I sat here for 20 minutes of the last podcast just sucking off my boy Aaron Rodgers, and clearly didn't come to play this weekend. From someone who has no ties to Aaron Rodgers, how concerned are we about the Jets, and how real are the Broncos from your guys' perspective?
I mean, yeah, I'd say we should be more concerned about the Jets than saying the Broncos are real. Their defense is still, well, they really didn't lose anyone from last year, if I believe. And if they could just put up points, they would have had a better record last year. Aaron Rodgers is here now, and I don't know. Maybe we're just thinking too much about it, and it's only 4 games in. So I don't know. I think, yeah, I think Jets might get their shit together eventually, but I would definitely say we should be more scared that the Jets aren't who we thought they were.
Well, it depends on what the expectation. I didn't think the Jets were going to be all that good anyway. Like,
I
I
thought
think Aaron Rodgers is exactly what I thought. He's, looked miserable kind of in that rainy, wet game there. He looked pretty good, against the Pats. And I think that'll be continued to be kind of what he is, maybe like stats wise, the 8th to 14th best quarterback at the end of the year.
It's crazy to think about, but yeah, and no, I think you're right.
They run the ball so often between Hall and Allen. Like
Hall's been kind of not doing too great. He's been decent, but
I mean, dude, Hall had 10 carries for 4 yards last week. That's not good.
yeah. Weeks before he was
He had a Najee stat line.
You don't have to twist the knife on yourself if you don't want to.
yeah.
It's my own self therapy.
We're talking running backs. I'll say us finally playing Roschon Johnson was huge, dude. Like this man was getting no touches, and he was out there. Like I said, one of the best pass blocking running backs I have ever seen. Like not even shitting. And then he's just a dog and runs through people. So glad to see him get more touches. But we move on. I'm ready to pick some picks if.
Yeah, me too.
Yep. Let's do it. We're gonna start
some
with
picks.
Yeah, let's pick some picks.
It's fucking toy in my stomach, so I gotta keep throwing it.
Wow. Let's get to college football picks. Let's see. Oh, your boy's leading, and I had the best tied for the best weekend. Huh. It's funny how that works. We are gonna go. Ooh, there's so many picks I like, so I want to go first. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go Sean with the middle spot, Max at the end. I am wiping the slate clean. We're going on to the new week. And guess what, guys? I'm going to use a little bit of institutional knowledge from my great alma mater, James Madison University. I'm going to combine that with the sorry-ass Appalachian State Mountaineers this year. They have not fucked me once. They have fucked me twice. And I won't get fooled another time. Marshall at home in Huntington, Saturday night, 7 o'clock, -3. Give me all the fucking beans. Give me the Thundering Herd in West Virginia to take over App State Mountaineers. I did not want either of you to get this pick, and that's why I went 1-1.
Hey, wow. I love that he thinks that he needed to get 1-1 to get his Marshall -3 bet in. But God damn it, Sam, I did have it on my paper right here. Frankly, it wasn't going to be one of the three that I picked there, but I want you to know I also love that line. Yeah, App State's kind of stinky, and Marshall just unfortunately, they've lost to going to Ohio State, going to Virginia Tech, and then when they played like a team of their level, they beat Western Michigan, I think, last week, who's favored to win this week.
Yep. Yeah, at home, App State.
Yeah, and also not gonna blame App State if football is probably not the biggest thing on their mind at this point.
Also,
that too. But could that possibly also give them an edge?
I also did think about that too, Max. And maybe that's why the line isn't higher, because they'll be playing with a little bit more.
Yeah.
Not worried about it. Not worried about it. Marshall.
Sam's not worried. Sam's a quant guy. He's not worried about that.
He's not worried about that, but he's worried about us taking that bet in the first round.
All right. Well, let's see where you guys end up. I got a snake coming in here soon. Sean?
All right. I'm gonna go with the first Armed Forces play, I think, from this podcast this year. Give me Army 11.5. I think it just went up to 11.5. I knew it was at 11, but I'll be a man of honor, taking Army at -11.5 at Tulsa. What?
Huh?
What did you say?
Nothing. I didn't say anything. I was calling.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to hide something under your voice there. Yeah, dude, this Army team is a wagon right now. They are 4-0, 33-0 in the American Conference, beating teams by multiple touchdowns here. Tulsa, when they've played anyone good, they have lost by double digits this year. So go Army.
Let's go. I like that. At first, I thought you were going with Navy Air Force, and I was like, oh my God.
They're playing each other this week.
They are. I don't know where I was going to say that. Just seems like too many points between two shitty teams, but I didn't know where you're going with that. I like Army a lot and rolled last week against Temple. So yeah, love that. All right, Max with the snake, the slithery snake.
Snake. It's tough. We still got some high spreads coming in this week and stuff. And I've been known to take high spreads these past 4 weeks. Yep, real high. And this one is also pretty high. I'm gonna go, well, it doesn't matter because I'm snake. So give me Bama at Vandy -22.5. I mean, I don't give a shit. These guys are riding high and they are rolling. They're not going to hold back. It's going to be 49-0, 49-3. You can't tell me different. Vandy.
I don't give a piss about nothing.
I don't give a shit that Vandy beat Tech, who's actually become a pretty solid team, and maybe Vandy's that. I really don't know. I don't care about Vandy football, even though my former teammate played for them. But
and Clark Lee,
and that they beat Virginia Tech this year.
Who?
Vandy.
Sam?
Clark Lee. I think he's the old Notre Dame D coordinator. He's the head coach there.
Oh, I don't know. All right, whatever. Give me Bama riding on that high from beating Georgia.
Roll.
There's no stopping it. Even if they put secondary in up 24, I have a great. I don't know. Yeah, I forgot what word I was.
Sam, did you bet on Georgia last week?
Expectation.
Yeah.
No, I bet the over.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. I ended up staying away. Yeah, I got talked
Bama
out.
plus 100.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I roll tide rolled. It felt good. Well, it felt good early, and then it was like, oh no.
Yeah. No, I was scared. But yeah, so Bama minus 22.5 against Vandy at Vandy. And then I will circle it to a underdog that is close to this spread, plus 24, the Michigan State Spartans against Oregon in Eugene. But I mean, I think I've had Oregon twice this year to cover like 16 against teams that are worse than Michigan State, and they couldn't even cover that. Sean, you did mention not to look at those kind of things, and that won't help me. But Michigan State is a very solid team. Oregon still could be off to a rough start. Dylan Gabriel getting there and stuff. So give me that.
yeah. I like that.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. All right. I said I'm not going to take JMU this week, and I won't. But the winning formula last week wasn't all just because that JMU scores points, but it was because this Ball State team is really good at giving up said points. So I am going to assume that Ball State hasn't learned anything in the past 7 days on how to give up less set of these points. So go ahead and give me Ball State, Western Michigan over 56.5. If we're wondering, hey, why are we doing this? Well, it's because Ball State they're 4-0 into the over this year.
Yep. I've got two questions for you, Sean.
Yes.
Are you gonna be well, it's kind of twofold. Are you gonna be our Maction guy, B, or just mid-major small school guy? Because we got a little combo there. Maction with Akron, Ball
I
State.
know. If that Akron play would have hit yesterday, then I would have answered your
Hey,
question.
you're a small school guy. If you're a
Yes.
G5 guy, if you're the G5 guru, we have no problem with that.
Yeah. I mean, right, with kind of some American and some MAC plays to start here. I'm just, getting love out to all these other schools. There's a lot of games on Saturday. It's not just the top 25 teams.
Yeah. Yep. No, I don't hate that.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that I'm seeking that out. It's just it's where my the numbers are taking me at this point.
Yeah, I totally get that. I totally get that. And there's a number I've been just seeing all fucking week. And I just it keeps going back in between where I really, really, really like it and where I'm starting to get hesitant. But right now, it is in the bread and butter. I wish I could buy it down half a point. Probably will because I hate even numbers. This team has been rolling over everyone. And Sean, we talked about it real briefly. This is one team where I've been playing more on the over under than I have on the team total. And we know how sometimes that can go. I think Iowa sucks. I think Ohio State's defense, one of the best in the country. Offense is also one of the best in country. Give me right now. When I wrote it down, it was 20.5 this morning. It is now down to 20, but I did see it as low as 19.5 during the day. For the sake of the podcast, we're at right now, minus 20. I will take that. I have no problem. 20.5. When we get into that 21 range is where I start to be like, it could be anyone's game. 20 and lower, Ohio State all fucking day. Ohio State covers minus 20 against Iowa. I think they win by 3 touchdowns, if not more than that. I don't think Iowa scores more than 10 points. And I don't think there's any way that Ohio State scores less than 30 points. So at least a push at a 30-10. I think it'll be closer to like a 38-17. I'll take my 21 and it'll be close, but I just don't see Iowa scoring a lot of points on Ohio State.
Yeah.
Because they haven't had a marquee game yet. Like, a lot to talk about. Texas, Georgia, Alabama. This Ohio State team can cook. Also, the Travion Henderson and Quishon Judkins backfield is so lethal.
And then Jeremiah Smith is a freshman. And you're like, what the hell? They're like, oh yeah, remember Emeka Egbuno? And I'm
Yeah,
like, no, I
Catching
don't, but now
touchdowns.
I do. It's like the guy who was getting the ball when Marvin Harrison was quadruple covered last year. Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm not gonna make the mistake on the team on the over like I did last week with them. So let me just get the -20 and take that. And then what I'm gonna do for pick three, I am actually really torn on this one, but I feel like this is just one where I got to go with big boys, big money in the swamp, UCF, and big boy KJ Jefferson. Yeah, UCF is a covering machine. They haven't been to a place like the swamp yet this year. I like DJ Lagway, the QB for Florida. I don't think they've looked exponentially better than they did in the earlier part when they got waxed by A&M. I just think this is too close right now where I could even see Florida getting closer to like a 1.5 by kickoff. Um, and so I'm going with Florida. There are a lot of other games that I'm really torn on. Like I have like three A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. But I'm gonna go with my 3A, and it's only the 3A because I don't see KJ Jefferson and company after getting the shit kicked out of them by Colorado last week. I don't see them making this game close. I think this is when UCF starts to make their turn. And nothing against UCF's program. I think they're a solid program. It's just I think they've been a little overhyped. There's teams where we like 4-0 against the spread. Oh, that's incredible. At the end of the year, 4-12 against the spread. They won't be because that math doesn't work. But for NFL's sake, I guess that would make sense. But I see UCF taking a downturn. I see Lagway in Florida just being able to get this game done. You cannot lose to not only your little brother, if you want to use Miami or Florida State as that example, you can't lose to your third cousin who's fucking your best friend's friend who, you know, doesn't have his shit together. I don't know. I don't have a good example. That's the best I can think of it. Florida plus 2.5 for now. Give me Florida. Long-winded answer. Florida gets the job done. Get out of the swamp, bitches.
Hell yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That was just long, but I had to get my point across.
No, I like it.
I understand. Cool.
And I'll probably play money line for the sake of it, but for the pod picks, plus 2.5 should be good, more than enough.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. We're snaking back over here. Cool. I used Ball State in that previous example because that's a team who the over is hitting all their games. Let me go to a team where the under has hit in all their games, and that's because those woke Cal Bears are only giving up 10 points a game, and it's not like they're playing nobodies. They've already played Florida State, San Diego State, and Auburn in 3 of those 4 games. All teams that could, in theory, score a good amount of points. The Miami Hurricanes, fresh off their victory with an asterisk over the Virginia Tech Hokies, have to fly all the way out to Berkeley. Now, I do think the Miami Hurricanes will score a good bit more than 10 points in this game, but I think that total at 54.5 is going to be ultimately way too high in this game because I think either Cal, again, just puts up an absolutely great defensive performance, or Miami just trounces them and Cal really doesn't kind of show up to the party. Either way, I don't see both teams lighting it on there. And so I like Cal Bears versus Miami Hurricanes under 54.5.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I do like that. I know Cal has looked very crisp and clean after kind of getting clowned well, maybe not all off season, but once they joined the ACC, I saw a lot of just like shit talk about Cal and how they're going to be the worst and stuff. They've they've held it together, and I like that a
Yeah,
lot.
we'll see. Maybe they'll lose 40-10 in this game, but you never know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, but they'll still, yeah,
In terms
like
of
you
the
said,
play, I
their
like
defense, their
I like
defense.
them to play good defense, and I like them to not really have any much of offense.
No, I think that, yeah, I think there's a good chance. It was like, isn't it like 26.5 or 20 in the 20s for spread?
Yeah, it is. No, I think it's only Miami -10, which I think again is kind of a
Oh,
tip of the cap to Cal's defense.
yeah, I think you are right.
Yeah, you want to take that
Oh, no,
Miami
you are.
-10. Also, talk about that one. It's a 10:30 Eastern start.
Oof. The only
Like
way.
what was it? UCLA and Oregon last week was 11. That had been the latest start ever in Big Ten history.
I'm making a rule that I'm not betting on college football after the fact, like after like 11.
Getting too old. Yeah, I can't stay for that game.
I don't even have babies or nothing. I got no energy at that point. I
Mhm.
love drinking during noon games, so that makes sense.
I keep wondering why am I tired by 10:30? Maybe it's the 6 beers that I
Yeah,
had by 3 p.m.
and then I've only drinking three since then. But yeah, the buzz is going down. Um, hell yeah, I like that. I like this even more, especially after some, well, not really even more, but I like this as well. Um, with the spread or with all the drama coming around, UNLV's quarterback not getting paid, and them still coming out beating the fuck out of fuck. It was I forgot who it was. I had it there. It's not a great team, but they still came out, showed that they won't miss them. I
Yep.
have my 6.5. If it's dropped recently, I'll take six.
-6.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, give me that over Syracuse at UNLV.
Oh, Max, it is down to you still want 6.5. I just checked. It was 6 before the podcast. Like literally like at like 3:30 today. It
Oh
was
yeah,
6.
I
Now it's
have it
back to
at
six and
six.
a half.
I have it at six and a
Oh,
half.
cool. Now I love it, Max. That's a beautiful pick. I had that written down. I love it. And dude, the QB for UNLV has more to prove than this fucking NIL guy. He's like a D3 sixth year guy from Campbell University in North Carolina. And like fuck yeah, dude.
Shit.
Yeah.
Hell
I was
yeah.
on him. I love that pick. Dude, that was number 4 for me. That was number 4.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't take it at like 3. I would have been very upset.
Yeah, no, I was very, very close. It was the Florida one or that one is where I was
Yeah.
at. So, no, I love that pick a lot. I think dude, who's to say? I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the group of 5 team has to be Boise State, not only for the sake that they're the best team in the group of 5, but Jesus Christ, like who doesn't want them in the Power 5? Like Boise State in like Oregon in a 412
That
or
would be
5.
sick.
Because it's either Ohio State or Oregon. So I bet Boise State has to play one of them.
I played that Boise State team total and won last week
You
because
did.
I
I
took it
also
out.
played that.
Yeah, because they got 37. So I looked it up before we hopped on here today. They play Utah State, which I think has been a doormat this year. It's so even odds are 47.5 team total for Boise this week.
That's so high.
Yeah, higher than what it was for Texas the other week.
This is where if somehow we could get player props in Virginia, this podcast would take a whole nother level. Because I feel like we'd be pretty solid on those. But Boise team total over, I don't know. If we're feeling drunk and happy and we got a lot of profit to fuck around with, maybe we'll play that for shits and giggles. But I don't hate that one bit. For honorary mentions, before we get into the NFL picks, anything else you guys are playing that maybe didn't make your top 3?
I got a few in the chamber.
Yeah.
I love both of teams. I think each already has 4 wins. Both Rutgers and SMU are road 7-point dogs this week.
Yep.
I believe Rutgers is traveling to Nebraska, and will help me out here. SMU is going to
Louisville.
Louisville. Yes, that's right. I love some sort of teaser there, whether it's bring both of those up to a plus 13 to 14 area. I think both these teams, I think plus 7 is a bit much for each, but just hedge in case one of them kind of doesn't show up there. And I don't see either of those teams losing by more than a couple scores. I think, frankly, both of them could win outright if you want to go crazy on that. So I do like an SMU Mustangs and Rutgers kind of parlay there. I will probably continue playing Indiana, who's 14.5-point favorites against Northwestern. Cincinnati will probably continue to get them rolling just like they did against Maryland. The pit line makes no sense to me. They're somehow only -3 against UNC. They should be, I think, -10. The way that UNC has looked there, it's kind of fishy, but I do think the Pitt Panthers continue to keep it going there. I actually like just too many points for Penn State that I don't trust their offense. They're -28 against UCLA. I know it's like a noon or 9 a.m. essentially start for UCLA out here on the East Coast there. But those guys get paid to play football too in the NIL era. Too many damn points. And I had, of course, the Marshall written down as well, but you hit on that.
Yep. I had Pitt and IU as well. Max, what about you, dude?
Hit the nail on the head with that UCLA Penn State under. I had that down. And I like the Pitt North Carolina over. It's high, but 64. High. I think if Penn State can put up 48, I think North Carolina could still get in a nice 20, 21,
You know who covered that 64 in one game at UNC a couple weeks ago?
Tell us.
That's what I'm saying.
The JMU dudes. Also, Sean, to just to give a quick update, you do a 6.5-point teaser to get the hook on 13.5 each for SMU and Rutgers. Still within the juice range of -130 for a parlay.
Okay. Cool.
Is that juicy? Yes. Does that feel very safe and secure? Yes. Could I wrap myself up and sit by a fire?
Yeah, right. Kind of feels
Enjoy
like
that? Yeah.
an autumn day here. You get a little bit of a blanket, kind of
Little apple cider with
on
a
the
little
couch.
whiskey.
13.5 to play with for both SMU and Rutgers.
Yeah, one of those cute little dried up fruits with your apple cider and your whiskey.
Cider, maybe you made a little latte over here.
Oh, are you a little PSL guy? You dirty dog.
No. Just a normal default.
Fuck. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I've tried the
It's
PSL.
October. It's October.
I've tried the O's. I just like a normal latte. I don't want all this.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Nerd alert.
Oh, I love it.
All right. I like that. Max, you said I think I cut you off. Did you have anything else to add there?
Nope. That was actually it.
Sweet.
We're just like where is both Tennessee and Arkansas have been covering machines this year, so that'll be interesting to see they play each other this week.
Yep. So great segue. I actually had that under. It's last I checked it was 60. Let me see where it's at now. I like the under there. Arkansas has they held A&M to 21 points. They lost. I still think 60 is a lot of fucking points. Yep, at 60. Sean, we love our math, right? -13, 60. Yeah, that's kind of a weird one. But at the same time, I'm like, if they're going to cover 13, I can't imagine Tennessee's going to score like 30 points and Arkansas is going to score another 30 points. Like Tennessee's up early. I see them running the clock out. I could see it being way lower than 60. So I love that. That was also right there. Max, you talked about Bama. I think they'll be amped up. I do think that they can let up a couple points to Vandy. So I like the Bama Vandy over 55.5. And then the last one I will mention, Michigan +3 in Seattle. Yeah, Minnesota was close. They beat USC. I don't know that Washington is like my hill to die on, and now Michigan is +2.5. I'll still take the 2.5. Dude, I don't know about Michigan, man. Or I mean, Washington. I don't know if I trust Washington a whole lot. Michigan makes games ugly. So I don't hate the idea of a Michigan +2.5. If we're being honest, since it's not one of my three picks, I'll probably tease it up to 3.5. Just to make sure we get a bullshit field goal. Look, I don't care what anyone says. If I can get a -140 at +3.5 or a -115 at +2.5, taking that 3.5 hook. It's just football math. Like I don't care what anyone says. So that would be my only other pick that has not been mentioned. I will tell you that maybe we'll have to concoct a little pit IU, UNLV, maybe another one or two parlays, see what that works out. We actually have not had a group parlay. So we'll get this week will maybe be a trial period for the three of us. We'll each put one pick in, and for a parlay, it doesn't have to be out of our three picks, but it can be. We'll do it on the side, see how it works, and maybe we'll incorporate that. But we're not doing bad for college football, guys. We're all over 50% if you've been riding with any one of us, if not all of us. If you look at the math, I mean, we're not doing bad there. So that's it for college picks, unless you guys have anything. Let's get into NFL. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's do it.
All righty. Looking at NFL, your boy is slightly still ahead, but based on last week, I think Max had the best week. So I like that trend. Max, you're gonna pick the order this week. And honestly, whoever gets the fucking touchdown bet, if any one of us hits one of our fucking legs, actually, you know what? I will say this now. Whoever, that'll be the main thing. If you got your touchdown parlay pick, that helps. After that, it'll be week record, then season record. But guys, I haven't hit one. I think you guys have each maybe hit one this year. I haven't hit a
I don't think
single.
I have.
I had D-Mont like week 1.
You had Aaron Jones last week too.
Oh, so you guys are fucking me.
Okay. All right. Well, if none of us hit a touchdown, Max is picking first no matter what next week. If Sean hits and I don't, vice versa. But yeah, that's what we're rolling with. Max, what's the order and how are we doing?
Let's go. Who had the better week of y'all two? All right.
One pick.
Sam, me, Sean.
All right. Well, we're gonna go with pick number 1. Oh, fucking tits. Honestly, it's kind of a tough one, but I gotta do it. New England, Miami, under 35.5. Gotta get my under out of the way. Yeah. I know there might be some overs here. I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. I think Huntley develops better. I still don't trust New England. It could easily be one of those sloppy, ugly games. When you pick the lowest total out
Yeah,
of
wait,
all of
you
them,
said you
you're
said
bound.
under there. Did you mean
Yeah,
to
I
say
did.
over?
No, I said under.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying that like it's such
But
an
then you started talking about things like Huntley developing that the field would be going against the under.
No. I'm saying that like it's the lowest under,
Yes.
so it's very easy to pick and pry and why. And it could be an ugly under. or
Yeah.
ugly over even. Like, the ones where it's like pick sixes and fumbles and bullshit. Yeah.
Mhm.
Miami has not given me any reason to think that. Neither has New England. Uh, New England wants to win this game. They're not going to let Miami have more than 13 points. They barely had 13 points. I don't even think they had 12 against Tennessee. No disrespect to Tennessee. I think Gerard Mayo has this game as a Super Bowl because it's a division rival. So give me Miami, New England under. I love three unders, and I had to make sure I got that one. So yes, I am going 1-1 on Marshall -3 and Miami, New England under 35.5. I am the ugliest, fuggliest, stupid bitch in the world, but I don't care.
Hey, I don't hate it at all because I had it written down. So, all right. Where do I want to go with this one? Um, you got your under. You know what I'm gonna think about doing? Fuck, what am I looking at? Give me over 40.5 Jets Vikings. I know they're across the pond. It's a 9:30 Sunday game. It might be in Germany, but they're across. I don't know
Yeah, I think this
actually
one's
where.
London.
Okay. I just with that Vikings offense and the potential of what Aaron Rodgers can do, a 40.5 seems a little too low. It still might only get to like 42, but 40.5 with these two teams, just something's not right. And they both have great defenses, but I don't know. Something about that number, I'm like, it's got to go over.
Yeah. Nope. I got you. I got you on that. I just my approach this week is going to be I need to just totally forget everything that I think I know about football here because clearly it hasn't been working for me. And Sam, I thought everything you said was spot on. Look, this Miami offense is anemic. I mean, New England has no offensive line. This should probably be a 10-7 football game. Give me over 35.5 in Miami versus New England here because what do I know about football? So I'm just, I'm going to throw some stuff at the wall here. And I'm not just doing this just because you took it. That already was going to be my over pick.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. It's so low. I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Because I do think there'll be some ugly enough football that will actually lead to more points.
I fucking hope so for Devon Achane's sake and Stevenson's sake. I hope for my fantasy football.
Yeah. All right. Swing back to me, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Again, learning there's no way the Denver Broncos should be 2-2. They're not a good football team. Bo Nix does not seem like a good player. Give me the Denver Broncos -2.5 against the Vegas Raiders because we are just going with broken football brain this week. Because why not? Why this is the National Football League? Let's get some parity going here. Why not this Denver team be 3-2 at the end of week 5? They do have a good defense, and I think what's his name is probably the most underrated defensive player in football. The Sir Patrick Surtain.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yep. I don't hate that at all. I don't hate that at all.
Yeah.
That Denver one is tough. I mean, yeah. I don't know. You're not wrong,
Yeah.
dude. I don't
I mean,
hate the.
listen, I'm not, half of this
No, I
bet
know. I
is
don't
just
hate the.
shorting the Raiders. I mean, if the Browns would have played any bit of just adult football in the second half, they would have won that game against the Raiders.
Fair. Fair. That's super fair. All right, so you got that. Max, where are you going?
you know what? I'm gonna do the first dog, just so y'all don't take it. And there's a good chance he probably won't take it, but give me the New York G-Men +6 against Seattle. I mean, dude, they look solid. I know Dallas looks like poop these past 2, 3 weeks, whatever. Daniel Jones has looked pretty solid these past 2 weeks. Um, that team is just slowly kind of maybe getting their shit together. I just don't really have the best faith in Seattle right now. Um, although I love Gino, but they've got some shit to fix, and so do the Giants. So I think it's just going to be a close, shitty. Just this game's just not going to be fun. It's going to be ugly, and they'll be able to cover with game-winning field goal by Seattle. Like,
Dude, I love that so much. I'm so mad you took that.
I had
Uh,
to.
Dude, so my ironically oh my gosh, I got my hair all fucked up. Hold on.
Elite Neighbors is so fucking good.
Yeah, fuck it. Uh no, Neighbors is good. And then, dude, the two games from the past weekend, New England or sorry, not New England. I'm looking at now. Miami and Tennessee, and then the Seattle Seahawks and the Lions. I'm like, okay, so Seattle likes points, but they don't like defense. And then I'm looking at Miami and I'm like, I don't know what to expect from there. I just don't trust them at all. I mean, Huntley first week back, I don't think he's gonna have like the craziest step back, but yeah, no, I love that pick. I think that's the Giants. That was my 1-1 on dog. I didn't think that would
Yeah, it was
go.
mine too. That's why I had to do it.
No, I love that. I love that pick. Shit. So is it me now? Yep. Um, Fuck. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm gonna maybe go a little different angle here. I have a prop that I don't even know the number of. I don't care. But what I do know is that the Cincinnati Bengals have no idea how to stop the run. And if they don't have any idea how to stop the run, and the Bills don't know any idea how to stop the run, you know who's running? Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson over rushing yards. Doesn't matter. I would say over 60 and a half might be my like threshold.
Very nice. Well, this isn't, I don't have it actually, but Sportsline has it at 62.
Who's sharper than me? Um, Nobody. But yeah, no. I think so. I think I would look at the lines, but I'd say I would agree. Like I think that's 61 and a half, 60 and a half. Because the 60s, I'm a weird OCD guy and I don't like round like I don't like a 60 and a half. Well, I like 60 and a half. I don't like 61 and a half. I like weird round numbers. So I'll go Lamar on the rushing. Um, I'll wait and see what you guys pick for an auxiliary pick. So I don't take anyone's auxiliary pick, but yeah, give me over Lamar's rushing. I mean, I don't know, man. I think that, and I might even get into my fucking shit later. I don't know, man. I think this is a very bad time to doubt the Ravens. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. After week one, everyone started to,
And Taylor doesn't have a
well,
gun
and
to my
and listen
head.
to the ratings, but
Yeah. And Taylor, you see, look, I can go like this. Taylor's not behind me. You can't see her. She doesn't have a gun behind me.
double punch and just. All
Nothing.
right.
Nothing. She's not forcing me to pick that. I do love Lamar rushing. Yeah, it's a little weird to go prop early. But yeah, I love that prop so much. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, give me that. And I think I'm back, right? Or no?
Yep.
Yep, I'm back.
Yeah.
Um, damn. I got a couple favorites I like, so I'm gonna say the favorites. I got a weird, I got a weird dog. I'm a little concerned they might not be a dog by the time this podcast is released, though. Um,
Oh, he's doing it. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, no, we're good. Um, I know
Buc-
exactly where you're going. Go ahead.
Buccaneers. Yeah, Buccaneers
Oh,
plus
I was wrong.
yeah, Buccaneers plus 1.5 at the Falcons on Thursday night. Uh oh, I see. I see. Okay. There's a couple ways I could have gone.
Yeah,
Uh
yeah, I thought you
there
were going.
actually is. There's like 4 games I could have gone that way. So fair enough, Max. That is actually fair. And thank you to the NFL for giving us those close lines. I like that.
Yeah.
But no. That's fair. I'll get in. I will. I'll let you guys pick on those before I make my analysis. But yeah, I know what picks you're talking about, Max. I like a lot. I'm interested to see what you guys pick on that. But yeah, Atlanta's good. I've been on Atlanta for most of the season. Tampa Bay has been rolling, man. I like Bucky Irving too, even if Rashad White's out. Atlanta's only got so many corners. It is a short week. You guys remember when Baker played for the Rams last year on like a 3-day notice?
Yeah, it was coming.
Yeah, I think 2 years ago. It would have been, yeah, it would have been 2 years ago because last year he was Bucks. Yeah,
Yeah, they brought him to the playoffs. Brought the Bucks to the playoffs last year.
hey, if Baker didn't have that Thursday night game with the Rams the weekend he did, who knows where he'd be? But guess what? Very thankful he's there. And we'll take the Bucks plus 1.5. I don't like doing the Thursday night games often. I did do the CD Lamb pick last week because I loved it so much. This also is one where low key, kind of like a cocksucker pick from our group because could be close to even by the time this game starts and might not be a real dog pick. I'll give you an auxiliary dog pick after you guys pick yours, but yeah, Tampa Bay 1.5. Why not?
Yeah.
It's 105 money line. Come on.
Yeah, it's a
Oh
dog.
yeah.
It is a dog. It is quite literally a dog.
It ain't barking that loud, but it's a dog.
No, yeah, it's a good dog. It's like my Wrigley bear.
I, he barks pretty loud and deep.
Yeah,
I think if anything, it's still gonna be like a plus 105 money line. So I would be willing to give you that if you're pretty much saying that Tampa Bay is gonna win. You know?
yeah. Oh no, I'm cool with the money line. Honestly, if it gets
I
to that,
think
like if it gets to even, I'm cool with the money line being my dog pick. I guess if we want
okay,
to,
gotcha.
yeah, I'm cool with that.
I think I did that one year, or yeah, I guess one of the 2 years. I think I was just like, no, just give me like the minus or the plus 115 money line. They're winning, and it didn't hit, but
Here's what I'll also say. We don't do this live on Tuesday night, but by the time it's actually online, it's like Wednesday morning at like 5 in the morning. There has been a lot of picks like over the last year or two where each of us have had picks that have changed. And if you get in at the right time, they are dogs. So it's like if we're getting to you guys early, a good pick like that. And there's a couple more coming this way, I feel like. But yeah, if we get to you early, you can't get mad at us if you didn't listen.
right,
Yeah.
I agree.
Uh, are you back? Is it Max on the middle spot?
Yeah, you just went two, right?
Yep.
Yep. So give me.
Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dude, actually, that's kind of crazy. Fuck, what am I doing right now? Um, Give me under 36 Raiders Broncos. I screenshot all my shit, so I couldn't find it. Yeah, under 36 Raiders Broncos. Gonna be ugly. Not gonna be a fun game. Not gonna be a game that if you're watching Red Zone is gonna be up pretty
Oh,
much
never.
at all. Um, so I love that 36. We've looked. I mean, look at that. We got 36 and we got 35 and a half. Those those projected low scores are tend to hit.
I mean, look at the
I know
overs.
the Vegas knows what they're doing there. It might be 37. I might get fucked, but you know, they're not far off. So give me that all day.
No, I like that.
Right. Very nice, Max. Sam, I'm just going to continue to keep being a hater to you. Had this written down already. It's not that you already did it. Go ahead and give me the Cincinnati Bengals +3 against the Ravens there. Again, every single thing points to that. The Ravens, should excel in this game. They should be able to run the ball at ease against a pretty horrific rush defense from the Bengals there. But it's National Football League, and I don't think I'm going to sit next Tuesday and look at the standings and see the Bengals are 1-4 in the AFC North. So I think they go ahead and get this done. I think they'll probably be their best showing of the season. That seems like they're getting healthier there. T. Higgins will be playing, so go ahead and give me the Bengals +3. Of course, I just assume they'll win outright. And then kind of a thing. I feel like, I guess I don't have exact numbers to back this up, but like in my head, I feel like Thursday night unders have been pretty good. Like I feel like the last few Thursday night games, the like total points have just been like 35, if not lower. So I'll go ahead and stick with that. Give me under, what was it here? 43.5 in the Falcons Bucks. These two teams will be too busy fighting each other and getting 15-yard penalties and actually scoring points. If it's like anything else, the Falcons will just continue to Younghoe Koo the Bucks to death with 8 field goals and win this 18 to 14 or something like that. But under 43.5. Yes.
Yeah,
Nice.
I like that a lot. I was kind of torn on that one. Because exactly to your point though, is like it could either go field goal heavy or it could just be one of those sloppy ass games where like
One of the teams doesn't show up.
Drake London gets away for a couple touchdowns, like Evans and Godwin get like you're just like, what the fuck? I don't hate that, Sean. We're not rounding out. I will say, off of initial view, Sean, I hate all of your picks, but
Yep.
at the same time, that's a
Good.
good.
That means I'm doing exactly what I want to be doing this week.
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't listen. I could go 0-4, but like I need to try this strategy.
No, dude, no. And I'll be honest with you, like, as we got a quick little segue, like, dude, if you're listening and you really want picks and you don't want to tail us and you want to know what's gonna win, just fucking fade the public, dude. Like, if the public is 87% on most fucking spreads, take the opposite. And if it's even worse on the money line, take the money line. Like I feel like that's all I've learned is just like whatever you think you know, you fucking don't know. And we're gonna try and navigate that. We're gonna try and navigate that. But I think we got Max for 2
Max,
picks.
Max Ru's up. Yeah.
Yep,
I
I
just
think
got one. I'm in the middle.
oh, you're in the middle.
I'm in the middle. Now as good a time as any.
Do the Bears.
Is it? Let me open up my beer can a little bit. Step offside for 1 minute. And let's get this poncho in here.
Yes.
Come on.
Oh my gosh. I'm then guessing. Wow, that was nice. I'm guessing Bears -3.5 is the play.
Give me Bears all day, every day. This is the game where we kind of turn it around. We see what's up. We show them what we can do. Defense probably gonna have 2 tutties, but I just have this feel -3 against the Carolina Panthers. This is again, we show them what they fucked up. We show, I always forget, Teppers, right? His name Tepper, whatever his name. We're gonna show them
Oh
what the
yeah, this is the recap. This is the first rounder.
this is it. Where you say, look who we have and look who you have on the bench, you little fuck. You got Andy Dalton starting. No disrespect to the Red Rocket. Love the man. Former Bear. But this is right here, right now. Bears are gonna beat them by 14 at least. Sam.
Wait, Andy Dalton was a Bear?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, dude. He started like 3 games. It was the year Fields got hurt with his shoulder.
Oh my fuck. Okay. Wow.
Nick Foles was the year with Trubisky. Oh, no, Nick Foles was Trubisky and then Justin Fields freshman year or rookie year. And then he eventually
Yeah, in 2021, Dalton was on the Bears. Sam, can you name all the teams that Andy Dalton has played for?
Ooh. Okay. Carolina. Boom.
Yes.
Chicago. Boom.
Yes.
New Orleans.
Yes.
Cincinnati.
Yes. And there's one more. And to be fair, he
No, no, no,
started
no,
that
no, no, no,
league-
no.
Yep.
Give me a couple seconds.
Oh, it's so close. It's right on the tip. Pause.
I'll give you a hint. He played actually a good amount of games for them because the starting quarterback had a pretty
Dallas.
good injury.
Dallas.
Dallas Cowboys. Yep.
You're right.
Yeah, that was when Dak had that.
I thought you were about to
nasty-
say like that's where he played in college or like in that state or something.
Well, yeah,
Mm.
and then yeah. And then it was the whole Braden Whedon redhead. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, nice. I was talking to a dude the other day who Wisconsin fan, and he said, "You remember Andy Dalton in that Rose Bowl game?" And I said, "Do I ever, dude?
Oh my God.
I wasn't even a gambling man back then, and holy shit. If I was, I would have definitely bet that over and I would have hammered it. But Jesus Christ, Dan, that was a sick fucking Rose Bowl.
Yeah. I always loved when TCU, I mean, they've only done it a few times, would make the Rose Bowl because in that like metallic helmet, they would put the little rose inside like the frog's mouth.
Yep. Dude, Andy Dalton.
TCU, very underrated, like nice unis in like that 2008 to like 2013 stretch.
I
Oh,
will
yeah.
say TCU and SMU probably have the most endowment money that hasn't won a national championship.
Well, yeah, I remember the Prime Ally Express time. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get Brian Bosworth and LaDainian Tomlinson like college jerseys, and then I was like, oh wait, I'm going to West Virginia. I probably shouldn't do that.
I will say Andy Dalton TCU Rose Bowl was very close on the JMU spectrum because it was like purple, a better school, JMU.
That would have also been okay, but
we
like
weren't T1A.
yeah, you were still double, and even if you were, even like right now, if some kid was walking around campus with LT or the Red Rocket, like you're not gonna be like, bitch. But if
Yeah.
someone was walking around Morgantown with that shit, you're probably gonna get a bottle on the side of your head.
I mean, not speaking from experience, but it sounds like you might be.
Oh, you.
Fuck yeah. All right. So I have you guys each at 4. I guess I got to make the roundabout, and then you guys wrap up with the. Okay.
You do that, I get
Well, so I get to do my over and my favorite last. I'm gonna start with my over. Little bit torn. It's a very ugly game. We already talked about it, Max. It's your dog. It's the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks over 43.5. Will it be close? Yeah, a little bit, but could Seattle throw that game into an over fucking conundrum? Yes. So, yeah, it's not cute. It's not great. I love the Cincinnati Baltimore over. However, I could totally see that game, and I will probably personally play it. But the Baltimore Cincy games, Sean, you can speak from an in division experience. I swear to God, you guys all in that division play each other ugly, and no game is really like a high scoring game. So I stayed away from that one for that reason. Otherwise, that's my favorite one. But yeah, give me Giants, Seahawks. And after watching the Seahawks give up 42 to the Lions, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And then what I'll do is I'll snake around. Um, oh, and for my favorite, I really don't want to do this, but I'm gonna do it, and I might piggyback on top of it. I'll walk you guys through my example because you guys don't have the favorites there. New England. I really like New England over Miami. I will probably play that money line, but there is a slight concern Tyler Huntley gets his shit figured out, and maybe Miami figures out how to get Tyreek Hill the ball. In that off case, I was thinking about Washington -3.5 against Cleveland. Cleveland stinks. Washington's good. Great time for Cleveland to backdoor cover this game. So, what we are going with for our favorite is a team who, and I actually might have fucked myself here. Okay, they're still the favorite. It's gonna be another close favorite, just like I have dogs. The Buffalo Bills -1 over Houston.
Yeah. Nice. Bounce
Yep.
back.
Yeah, I think bounce back. I think Houston's good. Don't get me wrong. This game I'll be honest with you, has nothing to do with Houston, has everything to do with the Bills bounce back game. Josh Allen will not let a 35-10 game get to his head after a week. So give me those beans. Over under, couldn't tell you. But yeah, give me Buffalo -1.
Okay. I don't hate that. That's a huge bounce back game. They just got shit fucked. They're gonna need it. Houston also kind of struggling right now. I think it's gonna be a good shootout. I think it's gonna be a nice over game as well.
Yep. Yeah. No, I do kind of lean the over.
No, but I think Buffalo gets it. I think Buffalo will come out. It might be 3 points, but you got them at -1, so who gives a fuck?
Yep, exactly. All right, we got two props. So who's it, Max in the middle or Sean in the middle?
Max.
Me. And I'm gonna go. I am gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna get two quarterbacks on the prop chart with rushing yards, and that's gonna be Mr. Jaden Daniels. He's projected 54. I could honestly see it being closer to 60 from Vegas. I'm just looking at Sportsline. I think he's gonna have to run against Cleveland. Cleveland's still a very solid defense, with the lack of offense they have, but I think he's gonna need to make some plays for himself. I think he could easily get to that 54 or 60 even. Um, he's gonna be running.
Oh, I love that pick. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean 54.
I
Honestly, I feel like 54 is low. I feel like he might get Vegas will probably have him like 63.5, and he's gonna get 80.
I forget what he had last week, but in the off chance he ends up with some bullshit where it's like you guys are up by a lot. That's the only chance I could see that being like.
Let's see if I can grab it really quickly. He had phone so slow. Actually, I'm on my laptop. He had 47. So But he didn't have to run, is what I'm saying. Like Cardinals just gave him the pocket the whole game, and he was just able to sling it for
Yeah,
233.
yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
He's gonna have to run.
Yep.
He's gonna have Myles Garrett running after him. Like that is scary.
Would you want him running after you? I'd probably just kill myself, honestly, if he was
I
running.
would shit myself while I'm running, and it'd probably slow him down. Be like, what the fuck?
Be like, what the fuck?
But yeah, I love it. I love that a lot. So
Nice. Nice. All right. For my prop, I'm going to go with a wide receiver number 2. We're going to be looking for catches here. So this player has already in 2 of his 4 games had targets of 12 and 16. This is Jackson Smith and Jigba here, and they are playing the Giants, and always a lot of focus needs to go, and rightfully so, to DK Metcalf, and I think it's just again feed JSN there. So, I'm not quite sure what they'll put the catches at, maybe somewhere between 4 and 5, or maybe 6, 8 catches last night. But I want to take over on Jackson Smith and Jigba catches. I think they really like working him in the offense this year, and I don't think like the Giants are gonna, frankly, they'll just be focused on DK.
You
All
can,
right.
I mean, Metcalf or Lockett.
Right. You go ahead and take them all there. I mean, I think that's now 2 or 3 consecutive games where the Seahawks have passed at least 40 times. So feel pretty good about them catching the ball. And then I guess it's now time for TDs.
Oh,
indeed, indeed.
All right. Give me what might be the best wide receiver in football right this year. Clearly, he's not the best wide receiver in football. But how about Nico Collins? He has been awesome. And he is just a freaking yards merchant right now for Stroud and the boys there. He's already got a couple TDs on the season here. He got one last week. I want to keep that momentum going. So I will take Nico Collins in what should be a pretty fun, high scoring game, I think, between them and the Bills.
okay. Okay. Let's go. Do we have that plus minus? You said not yet.
Not to my knowledge, but I can look again.
No, you're good. You're good. I just want to make sure I didn't. All right. Well, Max, is it you then me to wrap up?
That would be factual. Let me double check, make sure. I don't think these odds are out. Okay. Give me James Conner plus 105 Tutty. Absolutely balled out last week. He had 105 with the Tutty. And I think that they're gonna need to do it again. They're gonna need to feed him. Um it's the 49ers defense, so they're gonna need to switch it up. He's gonna get something. He's gotta get in.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't hate that at all.
I think this is my second time doing it. Oh, excuse me. James Conner bet. Last time he failed me with receptions. Hopefully he'll redeem me.
No, I don't hate that. He's been solid for the fantasy squad.
He has yeah, he's been killing it for me.
It's been super nice. Ironically, I'm gonna go within a game that is still here, within Nico Collins' game. I'm gonna go with the guy who, whether we believe it or not, he's been low key, maybe sliding, disrespecting his boy who left recently. He's due for a rushing touchdown. He is a quarterback. His name is Josh Allen. He needs a touchdown against his old friend Stephon Diggs. I think he will get 1, if not 2, if not 3 touchdowns against the Houston Texans. I think he's going to put his foot on the fucking gas. If Buffalo starts to take a lead, there is no shot in fucking hell that Buffalo decides to let off the gas. They will steamroll if they get to that point. Josh Allen will have absolutely 1 or more touchdowns. And so give me those beans. And we round that out with a Josh Allen, James Conner, and Nico Collins touchdown parlay. I don't know if we have that just yet, but we will post it. I don't know if you guys have that. I'm trying to get a touchdown thing here. It's not working for me. So
Yeah, probably just need to wait till they'll come out.
yep. Um Otherwise, anything else you guys have? What other picks we like for the weekend?
What else did I have? I was kind of like in the well, I had the under for Dolphins Pats as well written down. Um, Ravens -3 seems very low to me. After what we just saw, Ravens at -3. Come on,
I don't know. Yeah,
Exactly why I'm taking Cincy.
fair enough.
he's there. Sean's got a
It could
big
be. It could be they're on their high horse and then they just get rocked in the mouth. And absolutely right. I think if anything, I would throw them in a money line parlay. But it is crazy. Colts +2.5. Jaguars are absolute poop.
Yep, agreed. I was literally the first one
Poop.
that come off my tongue.
Oh
Yep,
my God. Stop.
plus two and a half. I think Washington, I'm not saying -3.5, but if you're looking for a very solid parlay piece, I think Washington money line can be a good parlay piece. I think they take care of business against the Browns.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, but I mean, you want to throw a little money line. Like they're a good -140 money line that can help. That isn't too juicy. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I wrote down the Jets. I wrote down the Raiders and the Cowboys as my other dogs. Um, I don't feel great about Dallas with all the defensive injuries. Vegas, I actually don't hate why it's a shitty game. Jets, I don't know, dude. The Vikings, they don't go 5-0, man. They just don't. They just don't. It's sad, but they don't. I don't want them to. Also, anti Josh Allen touchdown parlay. Stephon Diggs, just a fuck you to Josh Allen. So why not? And then just Jordan Love overplays and Geno Smith overplays. That's all I have after that. Jordan Love, 2 touchdowns. Jordan Love over yards. Whether they go down to the Rams, I don't know. I don't see it being a pretty game. And Geno Smith against the Giants, like I said, I have the over, so I think Geno Smith will throw over his yards.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna say
He's always low.
Anything else?
I think a lot. Just jam packed. We just throw everything at y'all.
I mean,
This.
bro, it's been a minute.
I
Right?
actually, we might have not even missed a game this week. We probably did, and I'm just not thinking about it. But
Saints, Kansas City.
no. Oh yeah, you're
Colts,
right.
Jags.
No, we talked to Smith
Well, I guess yeah.
just
It was
now.
in there. Yeah.
I actually think that's it.
All right. No, I was pretty far off. We didn't even. Yeah. I was wrong. Yeah, Sean, what do you think about Stillers Sunday night Cowboys?
Dude, I'll be in the building. I'm pumped
No!
to get back. I'm pumped to get we're back home Sunday night. Cowboys are they're down a couple key players there. I just wanted the offense to get out to like enough trying to pussyfoot around and establish the run early. Do what we're doing best right now, which is pushing the ball down the field. We got Pickens is a weapon. Calvin Austin using Freiermuth over the middle, using Fields' legs, so they got to respect it all there as well. I honestly feel better about this than I did about the Colts because the Colts just always have our number there too. But it'll be good. It'll be fun. Fun cap to Sunday. So hopefully is another great day of football.
Yeah, let's go, dude.
That'd be awesome.
Have to look at a Pittsburgh Panthers Pittsburgh Steelers parlay. Like that, maybe that'll pay for the tickets. Who knows these days? I lost to your dad this past week in fantasy.
Yeah, you think he's got a bunch of Ravens, so
he did. Yeah, no, he put up like 160 points. He had like 2 dudes that went up for 40, and then everyone else was just better than him, I guess. But that's beside the point. Yeah, no, I like that a lot, guys. We got a lot of stuff to look forward to. We bounce back. I mean, overall 2-3, 2-3, 3-2. I think we're in a good spot to bounce back. I think Max feeling good about his boys. I'll be around this weekend. Taylor is on call all weekend, so Richmond folk, I'll be around to golf and watch sports. So we like that. What is that, Max? Is that Wyatt Flores in the background with Sammy Sosa?
That is indeed. Yeah, my Wyatt Flores signed poster, and then
nice
Chicago zone, old style.
Yeah. Gotta have the old style. The only thing you're missing is the shitty ass Malort.
Malort. I know, dude. I'd put this in, but
I thought you were about to pull it out, and I was like, please put that shit away, because then I feel like I have to come over and take a shot just out of respect.
See, I would light it up during the pod, but you can't even see what it says then.
No, you can't. You're right. You can't.
Lights up. But
Max, your Chicago light is so bright that the old style is what puts it over.
yeah. Exactly.
I love it. I mean, you got the Diablo Cubs, you got the Bears. You see the Bears hat and Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, I got this one is Lambeau Field, and I covered it.
Convenient. You got EPL and FC Porto above that.
Damn, you got a good sight. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. If you zoom in anymore, I can't see shit, man.
This is all my other hats. I just knocked a beer over.
That's next podcast. Decipher it all.
Fuck me. All right, let's get out of here. I'll clean this up.
Love you, fellas. We still have one baseball game left to bet on, and then otherwise it's Thursday.
Yeah, I saw Tatis 1 yard in the first inning there.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Need it.
Hockey's back in preseason.
We back.
Cubbies do better next year, you fucking assholes, dude. Fuck me up the ass.
Paul Skeens finished with a 1.96 ERA.
Insane.
Can't wait. Yeah, it'll be great when you guys have to sell him and for 6.
All right. I'm leaving.
Log it off.
All right, love you, boys.
All right, good work. Let's win some games. I got a dumb NFL brain win some games this week.
We will.
Yep. Get her done.
Perfect. All right. See you guys.